Hey tribe, I have a question for you today. Do you feel like self-improvement is actually making your life worse? And even for me, okay, this is a topic I know a lot about because my entire life, I've always been into self-improvement. I've always been into personal development. Even back in my martial arts days, it was I was really into personal development because how can I be the best martial arts I can be? You know what I mean? When I got into business, it was the same thing. I took on the same mindset is how can I be the best in business? And the main thing you have to realize is that when you start consuming personal development, consuming self-improvement, okay, you start going down this rabbit hole. You might have 20 different mentors online that you're listening to. You might be involved with mastermind groups, you might be involved in memberships. Even on YouTube, you might follow 20 or 30 different channels, listening to 20 or 30 different people telling you 20 or 30 different things. And listen, I'm not going down the rabbit hole of what they're telling you. Okay. But what I want you to pay attention to here in this video is what is the state you're operating from? I want to make you think here, okay? Because listen, the state you're operating from is either going to make it or break it for you, my friends. It's not personal development. It's not self-improvement. It's not being inside mastermind groups or memberships. It's not being personally mentored by them. It has nothing to do with that. Listen, it all comes down to your state you're operating from. What do I mean by that? The state you're operating from. It all comes down to who are you being, my friends. Okay, and I'm going to give you several examples around this. Okay, and I'll use me for an example. Okay, let's say, for example, on YouTube. Okay, let's say I want to go viral on YouTube. I want to have the best manifesting channel on YouTube. I want to have the best manifesting and success channel on YouTube. I want to get people results. I don't want to give them cliche information. I want to actually get people results. Okay, that's my whole thing, my YouTube channel. Okay, but I might go on YouTube and search out other huge channels to see what they're doing. I might go and check out huge channels on how to go viral, how to build your channel, how to build your brand. I might be doing all that stuff, and none of that stuff is wrong. Okay, but again, who am I being in that moment? You see, what we end up doing, what we don't realize, is that we end up operating from the old version of us. Do you understand what I'm saying? What happens for me is when I'm doing all this self-improvement, personal development here on YouTube, okay, what happens is when I sit down and work, when I sit down and make a video, when I sit down and edit a video, what happens is I'm working from a place of I don't have it yet. Have you thought about that? I mean, this is a habit you got to really think about yourself. Are you going about it? Are you going about your day? You don't have it yet. See, that's what you have to be really careful about self-improvement, about personal development. It's not self-improvement itself. It's your state you're operating from. It's who you're being in that moment. Because sometimes we do personal development, and all it does is remind us that we don't have it yet. So if it reminds me I don't have it yet, okay, what happens is I start behaving that way. And if I start behaving that way, if I start behaving like I don't have it yet, if I start behaving like I'm not viral on YouTube, well, what do you think is going to come to me? Is exactly that I'm not viral on YouTube. Do you understand? Listen, it's the state you're operating from. So what you got to do is there's a sweet spot, there's a sweet point, okay? It doesn't matter if you sit there and watch stuff all day long, okay? It's how to personally improve yourself, okay? How to manifest better, how to live your dream life. You understand? But you have to be sensitive. Now, I'm going to sound like a robot here, like I'm talking in a flipping circle, but I want you to get this, is that if it's putting you in a state that you don't have, then that's what you're going to manifest. You're going to manifest more of you don't have it yet. And this is really important with manifesting techniques, my friends, because that's why most manifesting techniques don't work. Because what happens is manifesting techniques remind you don't have it. Isn't that true? Manifesting techniques remind you that you don't have what you want yet. And if it reminds you you don't have what you what did I say? I say that backwards. See, manifesting techniques, if manifesting technique reminds you that you don't have it yet, well, that's what you're going to attract into your life, that you don't have it yet, because that's the emotional state you're coming from. Okay. So as we start summing up this video, is what would the most successful version of you do? Okay. You all listen, guys. I love this. You always have to ask this question to yourself. Okay, what would the most successful version of you do? Now, the most successful version of me, they're still going to be in self-improvement, because it's all about improving yourself, personal development, becoming that, always striving and always becoming that more successful version of you. So that's always gonna be in there. But what you got to do is you got to ask yourself this question. Like, would I really be doing this? Would I really be doing this manifesting technique over here? And if the answer is no, you got to stop doing it. Okay? Okay, my friends? And another thing you got to do is act as if. Okay? That's the whole core point to your identity. Your most successful version of you. The most successful version of you is, no matter if you're not in your dream house yet, you're going to wake up and you're going to pretend that you're in your dream house. And listen, if you're doing anything, you're doing personal development, self-improvement that contradicts that state, okay, that takes you out of that moment, what happens is that's why things are not working, because you're always doing actions that contradict that most successful version of you. Does that make sense? Okay. Listen, as we sum up this video right here, is you always got to ask yourself, who are you being at any moment throughout the day? Because what you should be focused on, you already have what you want, okay? You act as a most successful version of you. If anything contradicts that state, you got to switch it. You got to fix it right away. Because what's happening is you're staying in that old self and you're manifesting from that old self. Okay, one more example here. Okay, I'm sitting here at my desk, okay, and I'm sitting here working on a YouTube video. And when I sit down, if I'm thinking like how to go viral, how to get this YouTube channel to go viral, how to get this video to go viral, well, what should be my thumbnail? What should be my title to go viral? Well, what version of myself am I working from? If the most successful version of me is already viral, crazy viral on YouTube, I'm the king of YouTube, I'm the king of my niche, okay, listen, would that version of me be sitting down here kind of in a mind frantic, thinking to myself, how to go viral, how to get this YouTube channel to go viral, how to get this video to go viral here? Would I be thinking that way? Okay, no, I wouldn't. And that's what you would tell me. Well, no, Chad, you wouldn't be doing that. Now, listen, it doesn't mean that I don't sit down and do YouTube. It doesn't mean I don't sit down and make videos. It means the state I'm working from. You know, if I'm working from the most successful version of me, I'm already viral. Okay. Listen, guys, I would just sit down, do the video, calm, collected. Okay. And I wouldn't be sitting over here on AI searching, give me a viral thumbnail, give me a viral title for me to go viral. I wouldn't be doing that stuff. All that stuff is a contradiction. Those actions I'm taking, all that says is I'm not viral yet. Okay, all it does is remind me I don't have it yet. Okay, so that's what you got to see. Okay, it's not the big picture of what you're doing. It's the tiny little actions that you're doing that's contradicting your state. So it really has nothing to do with personal development, self-improvement. It's what you're thinking. Okay, it's how you're going about it. Okay, that's basically blocking success for you. It's blocking it for you. Okay, or it's slowing it down until you stick with it long enough where you just don't care and you just let it go, and then that's when things start coming to you. You understand? But other than that, tribe, if you have questions on this, comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. We'll chat it up in the comment section. And if you ever need any help, jump into the description. That's where all my contact information is to reach out to me. Other than that, remember, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.